Is that a Glock in your pocket?
No,
What?
it's 2 Glocks.
Oh.
Hey guys, we just got done seeing Free Guy.
Yeah, we did, everybody. Is this the type of movie you should pay full price to see, or should you wait till it comes out on streaming and watch for free? Stick around, because we're about to find out.
Hey guys, we're excited today because we saw Free Guy.
Yeah,
Billy,
man.
what's up with this movie?
It was freaking awesome. That's what I
Well, who's in it?
Dude, all right, we got Ryan Reynolds, we got Taika Waititi, we got Lil Rel Howery, we got
Joe Keery?
Joe Keery, man, not Carey. Keery, I think.
Jim Carrey.
We got Jim Carrey, we got Joe Keery, we got what was the hot chick's name, man? She was freaking smoking.
Who? Molotov Girl?
Yeah, Molotov Girl. What's her real name?
I don't know her real name.
I don't remember her real name either, but she's hot. So you got Molotov Girl in this. You got some really freaking awesome cameos, man. I can tell you what, dude. Freaking cameos are cool. I mean, Channing Tatum was hilarious in this movie. You got to see it just for him.
Yeah, but who's that chick?
Yeah, who's Molotov Girl's name? Hold on, everybody. Let me see her name right now.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
Jeez, this movie has a lot of people in it.
Jodie Comer. Molotov
What else was she
Girl.
in?
I don't know, man. But
She's a pretty looking chick.
Yeah, she's a very good looking chick.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds for the ladies and her for the guys, huh?
That's right. I enjoyed seeing her.
Got a couple other surprises in there too.
Yeah, we do.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, you got Channing
Didn't
Tatum.
see him on the trailers,
Got a little-
but he's in
yeah,
this.
you got a little
Decent amount.
Little Chris Evans action.
Oh, jeez.
Got a little late great Alex Trebek shows up in this movie.
It was nice seeing Alex. I'll
That
tell
was
you
cool,
what.
man. Right before he passed, you're having him in it. That was awesome.
Yeah, because they have like a Jeopardy scene, and I was like, that sounds like Alex Trebek. Are they going to show him? And sure enough,
yeah, they
it's
did.
Alex Trebek in the flesh.
Yeah, it was pretty
No
cool,
more.
man. So yeah, man. I mean, a lot of good actors in this. A lot of good cameo actors. A lot of good voice cameo. Well, we had Hugh Jackman, Tina Fey, John Krasinski. I mean, there's little Easter eggs and
It's
nuggets
kind of
everywhere.
subtle,
man.
though. Some of these are very
yeah.
subtle.
Yeah, like Hugh Jackman, you can definitely tell, and you kind of pointed that one out. It's okay. I
Yeah,
can
they
see
don't
that.
throw him in your face, though, and be like,
Nah.
this is Hugh Jackman.
Well, I mean, because it's all voice cameos.
Same
right?
with
So-
Dwayne Johnson. They don't really
yeah,
throw him in
yeah,
there
Dwayne was in it.
too much, but if you pay attention closely, you can notice this stuff.
Right, exactly.
So a lot of little goodies and nuggets like that kind of hidden away.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. But I mean,
This is like Grand Theft Auto, the movie.
yeah, but without the blowing hookers. You know? There wasn't no drugs, wasn't no hookers in it. So, but there was all the fighting and shooting but you know, but I don't recall too much like PvP killing though. I think it was mainly just you know, you're just in it to go killing
bots, man, killing NPCs.
Yeah, kill the bots, the NPCs, and get money. You know, and get weapons and stuff, right? So,
Now, I didn't have a whole lot of expectations going into this. I just
Oh, yeah,
thought
no,
for
me
some
either,
reason this was going to be a completely mindless movie, maybe
Yeah.
some jokes here and there, but it pleasantly surprised me.
oh, dude, this movie was freaking awesome. Like, I went into this movie, I took my son to see it. You know, same thing. I wouldn't expect him much. You know, he was excited about it, and I got in there, dude, and I was like, wow. I was blown away with how good this movie was compared to what I was thinking it was going to be.
This is
I mean-
just a fun movie
Oh,
all throughout.
yeah,
and
absolutely
the
fun
comedy is good,
Oh, yeah.
very
You know-
funny all throughout the
You know,
movie.
and there's some good, little adult humor thrown in there as well. You know that younger kids might not pick up on what you would hope they would pick up on it. But you know, so it's yeah. I mean, it was just awesome, man. I mean, Ryan Reynolds does amazing. I mean, freaking Channing Tatum's hilarious, man. Like his character in this movie is awesome.
Yeah, the way they used Channing Tatum and this nerd guy controlling him behind the
Right.
scenes, both those kind of working together was just awesome.
Oh, dude, it's perfect, man. Yeah. Then, you know, he's like, get up and Ryan Reynolds' face, like, what do you want? Let me get you want some of this? Want some of this? It's like,
His dance moves, everything,
say my
man.
catchphrase. Yeah, man, it was his dance moves.
Yeah, I might need like a sequel with Channing Tatum's character or something.
He pulled a little magic mic off in there. Yeah, man, it was awesome.
Now, what did you think about the concept of this?
Oh, the concept was cool. I liked it. I liked the concept. I thought, you know, like you said, it's, you know, very much kind of a in your face Grand Theft Auto, but you're immersed into it, right? So kind of like Ready Gamer 1, but not not as cool
Ready Player
because
One.
Ready Player One, because but it's not as cool because it's not VR, right? I mean, they're just wearing headsets and they're watching the game, so it's not necessarily VR.
They make it seem
but-
like it kind of is. They act like they're really immersed in this game.
Right, exactly. But they're not, right? And they show you that they're not, even though it very much seems so. But but the concept was cool. I liked it. I liked how the storyline, of what happened with the two, kind of the two main characters and how they get screwed over.
I think it's actually smarter than you expect it to be.
Oh yeah, no, definitely is. Yeah, absolutely. Well, and I like the, just kind of the aspect of how they threw in there the AI, right? For instance, so I mean, and I think that's kind of like the big takeaway in this, as far as like how those two people created like a crap real AI, right? And not even realizing it, right? They didn't even realize that they'd actually created this until later on in the movie you finally found out, holy cow, she was trying to create a real AI and actually ended up doing without realizing.
And that's what I liked, because Ryan Reynolds is an NPC that kind of becomes self-aware.
Yeah,
and as I was watching,
he does.
And as I was watching this, I was like, why is Ryan Reynolds' character so special? And I was like, that's kind of like a problem with me. But then they explain why. And it makes sense, and exactly. I like that. Yeah. Like they go like a step further than I expected them to, and I liked it.
Especially when they showed why he's attracted to her and kind of how that came about and everything. That was good. Yeah, that was cool. It was really cool. I threw in there a little bit of love thing in here between the two main characters in the real world and all that. So it was cool how they played that off like that. And and then I liked and of course I liked Lil Rel Howery as his best friend buddy. In the show they had a really good dynamic together, or in the video game. So I thought that was cool.
I am sitting here with my best friend trying to help him get through a tough time. Now, if that's not real, I don't know what is.
Cool. Now, with that being said, there was also some kind of, there's some things in this movie that didn't make sense as far as the way they played certain stuff out, but didn't really take away from the movie.
All right, well, let's get into the negatives real quick.
Yeah.
What bothered you?
So one thing that bothered me was, in the game, there's a scene where Ryan Reynolds kisses Molotov Girl, right? And when it happens, like the two main people in the real world are like, hey, there's no button for that. How'd he kiss you? And she's like, oh, he found the button.
Wait, you let who kiss you?
Guy.
There's not a button for that.
Oh, he found the button.
Right.
That was a funny scene, though, because they're making out in the game, and she's like in the real world, like, what is this guy doing?
Right.
Like, I'm not real.
Right, but then later on, when she's trying to jog his memory, she grabs him and kisses him, right? But if there's no button,
which contradicts what they said.
What they said in the beginning, right? There's no button for it, right? But again, that doesn't take away from the movie, but it's definitely a huge contradiction to what they said in the beginning, And then, of course, you got when Ryan Reynolds starts finally becoming self-aware, because kind of find out really all of the NPCs can be self-aware, right? But he's like the first one that does it. He's trying to talk the other NPCs into it, and they're like freaking out, like, nah. He's like, make me a cappuccino.
And they're also a little iffy on that, because they kind of delve into his character and say he's special. Look at all this stuff he's retaining and evolving. Well, they don't say that with the other characters.
No, but then towards the end,
they become self-aware too?
Well, yeah, because towards the end they kind of show you that
they do become self-aware, but
exactly.
I don't know early on if they make it seem like it's possible for them.
Right? No, early on they don't, but they end up doing it, right? So. And again, early on, like, he can't convince them for crap, right? He can't even convince his best friend Buddy to put on the glasses, right? That let you see the little, all the stuff going on in the game. But then, towards the end, he just has those little freaking, him and her come together and give them a little spiel, and they're like, oh yeah, cool, we're on your side now. And it's like, what? It's like, you guys were like, you guys weren't even coming close to, agreeing with them or trying to even get on their side and hear what they had to say, but now all of a sudden, you are, but and again, of course, they had to speed it along to finish out the movie, and I understand that, so it didn't really take away from it, but it still didn't make a lot of sense.
I tell you what, like early on when he's like adjusting his blinds, I'm like, why would anyone program a character do that? So I thought it was smart that played into something like later on. I was like, no, they even made that make sense for me.
That was cool how they did that.
Because like they wouldn't program NBC to like open and close his blinds constantly or whatever. So and then they make that make sense.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because the world that she created, that Antoine, the main villain in this, stole from her, right, was kind of hidden in the reflection of the blinds. So that was kind of cool how they did that. So
I tell you another issue I kind of had is Antoine Taiki's character. He buys the rights to that game. Like, what kind of rights did he buy? Because they're like, you can't use my code. I'm like, you just said he paid money, and so I'm like, what did he exactly buy? Right,
exactly. Yeah, they never explained that.
And I kept like questioning. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you said he paid you off, so he probably owns everything to the code anyway. But
Yeah,
You know, they make that a big issue.
Well, and then the other thing they didn't explain, like in the very beginning when she's reaching out to Joe Keery's character, and he's like, I'm pretty sure there's like restraining order. We're not supposed to be seeing each other and all this crap. But then but then they're hanging out the whole time after
That's
that.
true.
And they don't explain.
And she shows up like in the server room, like he has security and all this stuff, and she can just walk into the server room.
What?
The server room is normally like the most secure area of any of these places, right?
Exactly.
Because you can like mess with the code and wreck everything.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And yes, there's a lot of stuff that's just unexplained and how easy it is to get from one place to another in this building, right? And then or even certain parts of the game when you're in the game, like, Channing Tatum's character, right? He has this like giant freaking house in the side of a mountain, and she's trying to like break into this place and can never do it. But yet, when it comes to later in the game, that one, the guy who helped her write the game is able to hack in there and just throw bridges and all that crap and everything. So it's like, why couldn't she just write out the guns of the bad guys in that building had and all that stuff? Just hack into it.
Well, she doesn't.
And do that.
She isn't connected to the main group. She's just a user.
Yeah.
But that does bring up the point. Why does Channing Tatum's character have like this uber security and all this crap when he's just a normal character?
Right. Well,
for the most part.
Well, evidently he's one of the best players in the game, so he earned all this money and probably bought that house or whatever. But he had security spawning, right? Just kept spawning. They'd kill him and more would spawn and more would spawn.
But they act like that's very unusual.
Right.
So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But, and again, we're kind of nitpicking, finding flaws with it. Otherwise, it's a great
now
film.
what I honestly thought when it finally showed Channing Tatum in there, I thought maybe that was like Antoine's NPC, right?
I thought that was like he was connected to him.
Yeah, it was going to be Antoine, right? And then it wasn't, just that random freaking nerdy kid who was living in his mom's freaking basement, with his happy sock. Yeah, there is a happy sock in this film.
What else did you think? What did you think about the action?
Oh, the action was cool. I liked that. I liked it. Well, especially in the beginning, man, when Channing Tatum's like in the car, freaking, driving with a hot chick next to him. He's spinning around, shooting rockets at other cars and stuff.
What's cool about this being in a video game world, like, you can make anything happen and it makes sense. And I like that. Instead of watching a movie like Suicide Squad where some guy's arms are detached, like, what's the science behind that? You can't explain it. You just roll with it. But this, it makes sense why people can do things because they're in a video game.
Right.
And I like that aspect.
And they paid for those upgrades and the mods and stuff, they'll pull off a freaking rocket launcher out of their back.
Well, that's kind of cool how it's like in a video game where they're just pulling weapons out of nowhere and stuff like that.
Well, then they each have their, their storage room, right, where they're storing all their weapons. You can actually go into your storage locker, your storage warehouse or whatever, and choose your weapons, choose your loadout, and then take off like you wouldn't, enter kind of first-person shooter type games. So it's kind of cool how they had that.
Yeah, this is part Matrix, They Live, and Ready Player One all meshed together, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, and Grand Theft Auto. Now, what did you think? They have a lot of streamers in this. What did you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, that was fine. I mean, I thought it was cool that they had the vloggers in there and the streamers in there just because that's really how real life is, right? You got those guys now that do that crap and make a living doing it. So it's kind of cool they threw it in there. I mean, I didn't know the only one who I knew was Ninja, and I didn't recognize who the rest of them were, but evidently they were all real streaming people. Who do this crap.
I thought it was a little cheesy seeing Ninja, and he seemed all concerned about the violence, and I was like, get this guy out of here. I don't care to see him and his crap.
Right.
I would have rather they just not been real streamers or whatever, but whatever.
Yeah, well,
some people I'm sure will enjoy that who's really into it, and it is a video game movie, so I guess they felt
and that just goes in with all the other cameos, right? Like if you're gonna have other cameos, why not have real streamer cameos as well, right? So you had a little slot where Chris Evans is in there,
that was awesome.
That was awesome, yeah. And like I said, and then the Alex Trebek part, that was really awesome to see that. So and then of course you had like the all the little Easter eggs in there, the Hulk fist, and the unicorn,
the shield and stuff.
Yeah, the shield,
lightsabers, Disney's pulling everything out.
Oh yeah, exactly. And then of course they played the Marvel music and the Disney music.
They played Great American Hero. I love that. You know about that show?
Oh yeah, man.
The guy has like a perm or a white dude with a fro, whatever he's doing. He can't even he has problems flying.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man. They definitely put out all the stops in this, man. There were so many.
A lot
Easter
of Mariah
eggs
Carey songs. They're all about Mariah Carey in this.
Right. Well, that's because Molotov Girl loved Mariah Carey, right? And she was constantly humming Mariah Carey. But but overall, just like you said, man, just super fun movie, right? I mean, And this one, I mean, we haven't
I
had.
think anyone will have fun watching this.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if non-gamers,
Yeah.
because it's just the comedy's awesome.
Oh, dude, yeah, it was fantastic.
Even
man.
I think a lot of females who are into gaming will enjoy like Channing Tatum, Ryan Reynolds, and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually not a huge Ryan Reynolds fan. He actually bugs me because he's like the same guy and everything, but I really enjoyed him in this.
He did awesome in this, man. Like, and I do like Ryan Reynolds, right? I mean, I like a lot of his stuff, man. And you know, I mean, Van Wilder was freaking awesome. Love that movie.
He ruined Blade 3.
What's that?
He kind of ruined Blade 3,
but yeah, no, he was great in this, and dude, Channing Tatum, like I said, he was hilarious in this, man. He was awesome, man. And especially the dynamic between those two when they met. You know, I was rolling. I was like, this is great. But yeah, no, I mean, they couldn't have picked a better cast for this movie. You know, just the dynamic between them all, just all the comedy, the action, and just the overall funness,
yeah,
man.
and I
It
thought
was
the
good.
ending was really fun too.
That
I was
was, yeah.
worried that like they're gonna have some kind of crappy ending. It's gonna leave a sour taste in my mouth, but I think
Yeah.
they nailed it pretty good.
Yeah, like I said, I thought it was cheesy the way they talked all the other NPCs into joining them when earlier in the movie that there ain't no way in heck that would have happened.
Yeah,
So
I
it was a
didn't
little
really
cheesy how they did
mind
that, but-
where they were able to convince the NPCs so easily, and they made it seem like they were all able to fit in like a coffee shop in this huge city or whatever.
Right. There was like 40 people in there.
But despite that, I like when they bring Dude in there, and the
Yeah,
actual
Dude was
ending
cool.
to the movie I thought was really
Yeah,
good.
no.
Who are you?
Catchphrase.
Catchphrase.
Well, I don't think one up yet. Although catchphrase is a pretty cool catchphrase.
Yeah, the scene with
wrapped it up
Dude
really well.
Well, the scene with Dude too is where they had a lot of the cameos come in. That's where you saw the Chris Evans cameo,
Yep.
right? And then and the Trebek cameo, and that's when they brought in the Hulk fist and the and the unicorn and all that crap. So that was.
And
a
I
cool scene.
thought it was just brilliant to fight with him too, and the way they
Yeah.
played it out.
No, it was definitely awesome, man. Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's probably one of the best, if not the best, movie I've seen so far this year.
I mean, just
it was good,
when
man.
you're getting kind of like tired of what's going on, they throw something new in
Mhm.
there.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
they keep it fresh.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely, man. It was an awesome movie. It really was. And I, like I said, the little nuggets we talked about that they're kind of the negatives didn't take away from the movie at all. Not one bit. I mean, what I've liked to see in a better way of them getting the NPCs to get in on it without the cheesy way they did it. Yeah, but at the end of the day, they had to do it quick. So that was probably the best and easiest way for them to do it. So
is this better than Suicide Squad, which you really liked that you reviewed last week?
I think so, man. I did like this a little better than Suicide Squad. So
Better than Ready Player One.
it's on par. It's right up there with Ready Player One. 'Cause I really liked Ready Player One, and
Yeah, I like Ready Player One probably more than most people.
yeah, so did I. So man, it's right up there. I mean,
I like it better than Suicide Squad. It's tough with me in Ready Player One because Ready Player One has a lot of staying power for me, and
Right.
I don't know how many times I'd want to watch this though. That's my issue.
I could watch this quite a few times. I think.
I mean, I could watch it again for sure, but I mean, I'm always like kind of ready to watch Ready Player One. So I don't know. I don't know if
Right.
I'll have the same feeling with this. We'll see. But right now, I'm really high on it.
Yeah, man.
It is probably the best movie I've seen all year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Suicide Squad's probably a close second. But this was definitely it was better than Suicide Squad. I really think it was. But I enjoyed
that
Suicide
caught me
Squad.
off guard because
Yeah.
I didn't have high expectations for Suicide Squad, but the violence and the comedy I really enjoyed. And this one, I don't know, it's just fun. It's just a fun movie.
Yeah, no, it was a totally fun movie. Yeah, and it wasn't too serious. I mean, it had a good storyline, but it wasn't super serious, and it was just funny, man. Just a fun.
The story is better than Suicide Squad in my mind.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
that's what puts it over the top for me. They're both
Right.
funny, but this story is better than that.
Yeah, the story was definitely better than this for sure.
So what are you going to rate this thing?
Dude, I'm gonna give this one. I know we don't normally go halves, man, but I might have to go half on this. I'm gonna give this one 8.5, man. I have to give it an 8.5, man. I can't. For me, like crossing that bridge into a 9, I haven't done it yet. And this one was pretty dang close, but not quite a 9, I don't think. But it's definitely more than an 8, so I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty pessimistic. I don't like giving things a 9 or a 10 unless they really earned them.
Yeah, exactly.
But I gave Suicide Squad an 8 last week, and this is
So
better
did
than
I.
that. And you know what? Out of all the movies I've seen this year, this is the best, so I'm giving this one a 9, and it earned it. See, I can do things like that.
Yeah,
'cause,
man.
you know,
No.
I don't do this half-see stuff.
I
It's
gotta
a
give it
9.
half, man. I'm getting an 8.5.
I don't know what you're waiting for. Don't know what you're waiting for.
I'll know it when I see it.
Well, what's a 10 for you? What's the bar at a 10?
I don't know yet, man.
You don't even know what a
I'll
10
know that when I
is?
see it too, man.
Out of all the movies in the past, you don't know what a 10 is.
Shawshank
Oh,
Redemption probably be
geez.
a good 10, man. Shawshank Redemption is a good movie.
So it has to be a fairly serious movie, probably.
Doesn't have to be fairly serious, but
Well, what's a comedy
it's gotta
that's
be
a 10?
good, man.
You don't know. You don't know.
And I have to think on that one. Man. I have to think on that one. Yeah, but 8.5, baby.
No, this is 9. Best movie of the year.
It
Worth
is it
seeing
is
in
best movie of the
theaters,
year.
probably. This is probably the
this
first
was
movie I'm
totally-
like, go see it in theaters.
This one is totally worth seeing in theaters.
Especially because
You
that's the
would-
only way to see it, and I
yeah.
wouldn't wait, honestly.
No, I wouldn't wait either. Totally pay the
Yeah,
money.
if you feel comfortable
Yeah.
going out and you can be safe about it, this is the movie.
Yeah,
I
and
think.
even if you don't feel comfortable going out and you don't feel safe, go see it anyway. It was that good a movie. Like, it really was. So, yeah, if you're going to go see a movie so far this year, this is the one to go see for sure. You know, highly recommend it. And 8.5. But, all right, guys. Seriously, though, hey, you know, we appreciate you watching our show. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, press like and subscribe. And we'll check you in the next review.
We'll see you guys. Should you pay the price or wait for it to be free? Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, we just got done watching Free Guy.
Is that really where you're going? That's awesome.
They're like, oh, Jesus, what's this guy on?
Yeah, that's right. You're like the ShamWow guy, man. Yeah. Run that one more time? Or...
No, I don't think so.
That was good.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is, everybody. You like that?